Well, it's Friday. It's Fishing Friday, and we're now off. Well, I'm now off, and we're off to the River Humber. So let's get cracking. Well, I've arrived. I'm at the River Humber. Things ain't gone planned. I left really early this time. A few weeks ago, I did a fishing trip to the River Humber. I didn't upload it because obviously I didn't get a bag. I've been planning it all week, getting all excited, got everything ready, zoomed over. I was 4 hours before I tied, and everybody was taken up. So this time I've left at low water at my house. So it's an hour into the tide coming up now, as you can see. That's what it looks like an hour after. And the bay I normally fish in, or I like to fish in, or I enjoy fishing in it, that's already gone. There's somebody already here fishing, or set up ready. So what time do you have to leave to get a bay you want on the River Humber? I think you'd have to probably sleep here. It's probably like the January sales used to be years ago. You got to sleep overnight outside to get in. But hey, I'm the next bay down. I haven't fished this bay for a long time. I'm only one bay down from my bay. Well, from the bay I like to fish. So it's not too bad. But there you go. If you want to come to the River Humber and fish, then you do need to leave quite early. Probably far more early than if you was fishing anywhere else. There's a limited amount of bays, and obviously as soon as people think there's cod in the water, then they get here really early. It's a bit ridiculous. But if one person does it, then it just spreads and everyone does it. So it didn't used to be like that. Didn't used to be like that years ago, 10-15 years ago. I never had a problem anyhow myself. I used to turn up 2 or 3 hours early before high tide and just get a bay. That's what it's like now. So it's probably it's a lot easier summertime. If you come here summertime fishing, I've never had a problem. I've always got into a bay, and I've come like 2 hours. Sometimes I've been an hour before high tide and I've still got a bay, a good bay. It's just that when them cod are about, people are very keen. So if you're coming here to fish, get here early. Personally, there's not hundreds of cod in this water. I don't see the appeal. I'm sure people do catch cod out of this water, but I don't. For me, this is 50 minutes away from my house. Everywhere else is an hour and a quarter. So it's probably, I do enjoy fishing here. It's a nice place to fish. But probably it's better just to go to the beach somewhere, and then come here and fish for flatfish summertime. You know, if you don't want to travel too far. But we're here today, Friday. High tide is at 5:44. It's a 6.9 metre tide. The water is slight, but I'd say it's like a mill pond. It's overcast, but there is patches in the clouds, so the sun's coming through occasionally. I've took the day off and I'm fishing. That's not bad, is it? It's enjoyable. So if the worst thing is that I ain't got the bay I want us fishing, then it's not a bad thing. It's lovely. It's a bit nippy. It's a bit nippy. I haven't set up yet because, like I say, it's 1 o'clock, and high tides at 5:45 or 44. As you can see down here, there's a lot of seaweed, bladderwrack. When the water comes up, you can see this line of rocks there. You need to be aware of that, so when you're pulling in, you need to make sure there's no weed on your line. It's why I fish the rods that I fish. I'll show you again for those that haven't seen, but when you're reeling in, you just need to be aware there's that first line of rocks, and then there's another line of rocks here where the thick bed of bladderwrack is. There's all boulders there and carpet what they've chucked the boulders on, and this bladderwrack floats up as well. So once the tide is in, as long as you reel in fast and keep the weight and you tackle on top of the water, you'll not get tangled up. You'll not get tangled up, and you just need to be aware of that. Here come the boys on the bikes. You get this a lot. Looks like he's having fun, doesn't he? So yeah, this is the River Humber. We're fishing. Ooh. Nearly fell over my rod rest. Fishing in Bay 27. I haven't fished this bay before, but we're fishing Bay 27. And what a beautiful day. There's a pair over there where the fish dock. There's a pair over there where cargo ships come in and get offloaded. There's numerous buoys out there, I don't know what they mean. There's a few flies about, we don't want many of them. But you can see that Bay 28 is down there and the water is just kissing the first lot of rocks. In this my bay, the water's nearly kissing the rocks, and as you go further down the beach, the water is further out and out, where all that down there is a mud flat. So any bay down there you fish, you sometimes have to wait for it to come in. Once you go past that point down there, it just takes a little bit longer to come in. But there, that's the River Humber. I'm Vern Sea Fishing, and I'm gonna get my tackle ready, so that when that water's in, I can try for them cod. See you anon. Well, I've had a long chat with the chap up in Bay 28. He was a nice bloke. He come down and had a chat with me, chatted for ages. I've baited 2 rigs up. I've set my rods up and done my reels. Baited 2 rigs up. I've got 2 pulley panel rigs on, and I'm now doing a cod rig. So you'll be able to see. You won't be able to see much. We've got back to you. My bait board there. I made that. It's just a normal plastic cutting board you get from Wilko's, and put some brackets on it so it hooks onto the edge. Brackets, 2 bits of threaded bar because it's sloping, so I can adjust the height so I can have the board level. I've probably shown you before. You know, there's not a lot to do when you're fishing, so I do tend to repeat myself a bit. Now, tide's coming in, and I could go down below over the wall. And fish over the side. That wasn't very clever, was it? How long is that going to take to reel up? So I could go over the wall and fish over the wall, but can't be asked. Need to bring 2 rod rests really, because it makes it easier for jumping over the wall. But we'll get baited up. I should put some food on and have something to eat, and by then the water will be over. I'll be able to cast out. I'm using a cod rig because allegedly there's some cod out there. Whether I'll catch it. For the chap in Bay 28 I've just been talking to, he said they've been pulling out cod. Probably shouldn't be saying that on there now, because there'll be in a rush of fishermen coming down there, and you'll not get a bait. Look at that, sun's out, look. Oh, sun's on my face. Make the most of that. So it's just a cod rig. Got a weight with a breakaway release, and at the top of the rig is a Gemini clip. You got 2 crimps, 2 beads with a swivel, and your snood line. Now that's, I don't know, probably about £15 snood, and that's okay. But I've been finding that when there's a heavy tide, it gets snagged up, it tangles up a bit. So I am in the process of putting heavier snoods on. And people will have thoughts on that, but that's what I'm doing. And I might fish a pulley dropper. Got my bucket. Got a bucket now, so I can put the fish in it to recover. Rinse my hands off. Hot chocolate. So, bait. I'm fishing with black lug, which isn't very good. Herring, mussels, squid, and razorfish mainly. I've got 3/0 hooks on, 4/0 hooks, but as you know, with all hooks, they're all different sizes dependent on the make. Another polyfennel there. Now this hook here, excuse me, I think that's a 3/0. That's a mustard ultra point 3/0, quite small, and this is a 1/0. So I don't know if you can see them. Get that down there. So I've got a 3/0 as the main hook, and then the 1/0 is the pennel, the second hook. You don't need a small hook in my opinion, just hook the bait. That's the one that's going to catch the fish hopefully. But they're mustard ultra points, and they're a lot different in size than other hooks. I've got other hooks that are 3/0s, and you could hang your coat on it. So anyhow, I'm going to have something to eat now. Something to eat now. Still ain't fishing. Just got everything ready. I could go over this side. Look, there's a chap down there, as you can see, all the way down there. You see him? He's took his rods over and he's fishing down there, because you can walk to the side and just lift it over the rocks. So I could be fishing now, but I've got a ladder where I climb over. But if I had brought 2 tripods, I could set a tripod up down there, take one rod over and just fish one rod down there. But in fact, next time that's what I'll do. I shall bring 2 tripods. I'm in my van and we'll jump over the wall and fish down there, because I could be fishing now, and the time is, what's the time? Past 2. Matey boy I've been talking to, he's now gone over. He's fishing down there. So past 2, 3, 4, 5. You could possibly fish 4 hours before by going over the side. Sun's gone in now. We've got a little bit of a hole in the cloud there, but the sun's gone in. It's probably getting low now. So it's got a bit more chilly. Put my salopettes on, put my boots on because my feet were getting cold, and I'm ready to go really. Move my van up a bit, so I've got a little bit more room there at the front. And what I think I'll do is have some food, I think. So take and fish now. You see him down there? I'll fish now. They can fish now, and I'm gonna have some food. So back in a bit. Right, I've already done a thank you video for my subscribers, but I haven't been contacted by my editor. So just in case it hasn't come out, because he was saying that the camera was focusing behind me rather than on my face, so my face looked a bit blank. There's nothing new there, is there? So I just want to say thank you again. Even though Tom may put the video up, if it's okay, I hope it is okay. But I'd just like to say thank you for all the subscribers that have subscribed to me. I can't believe there's people out there that want to watch me. I'm very appreciative that there's people out there that want to watch me. I don't think I'm that bad. I just like to fish and film it, and if I give a few tips or what I do, they aren't tips, it's just what I do. But I'd just like to thank you all for subscribing, and please stay subscribed, that'd be good, and it's much appreciated. Thank you very much. And I'd also like to say to my subscribers, I've got 121 now, I'd just like to say to them, check out, if you haven't already, check out the Autistic Angler. His name's Martin. He's called the Autistic, you have to put the in, the Autistic Angler. You probably already know of him. If you're already subscribed to him, then that's brilliant. But if you aren't subscribed to him, check his channel out and give him a little tiny click on the old button and ring the bell, subscribe to Martin at the Autistic Angler, because he's after getting his 1,000 subscribers this year, and it'd be nice for him to achieve that. So if you haven't already subscribed to him, please go over there and subscribe and check his videos out. Thank you very much. And yeah, I'll be back in a bit. I'm not going to say that. Back in a bit. Yeah, I'm going to be back in a bit. I'll see you anon. That weren't a good. They weren't good casts. The first one went as far as this rod here, and I ain't even booting that out, and I've got an 8-ounce weight on there. And the first cast went out as far as that does. The second cast went a lot further. Went out that way. Went a lot further. But what I'm trying to say is, when I first got them rods, and I'll show you the rod in a minute. When I first got them, when I used to cast with them, it was as though you was dragging a car behind you, and all you had on was a 6-ounce weight. It's a very stiff rod. But then when I cast it, and it weren't a good cast, let's be honest. When I cast it then, I didn't feel as I was dragging a car behind me. So I've either got a little bit more strength in me through casting since I've been fishing, or I've got something right. So that was the first 2 pendulum casts I've done. Well, I think the first 2, I've done a couple of pendulum casts, but they just didn't go anywhere. That's when I used the pendulum cast before on that. It was like I said, I was dragging a car behind me, and I didn't go on with it, and I went and bought another rod. But so much changed. The first 2 pendulum casts, at least for 14 months, didn't snap off. Yeah, I got a little tiny bit of a bird's nest, but I just pulled that out because I couldn't see where the weight was. So I kept putting my thumb on off on the reel, and obviously I created a bit of a bird's nest as it hit. So, but yeah, I'm happy with that. Done 2 pendulum casts. I shall take that rod down now onto the field where I live, and I shall just practice doing a pendulum cast with it and see how we get on. See if it goes further. I ain't bothered how far it goes, as long as it goes out the same distance as these. When I was doing another head thump with this rod, which I'll show you in a minute, it was going about 40 yards, and it was embarrassing. So, but I fished it. I couldn't cast, so I just overhead hit it, and that's what I did. Didn't catch anything that day either. That was at Wivensey. Didn't film that one. So anyhow, I'll show you the rod. Right, so this is the Ron Thompson accelerator. You've got a butt cap, and then you've got this this grip on here. I pen mine up with a Penn 525. It's the Mark III, the red one. I got that because it's got red Whittons on it, and I wanted a new multiplier. I wish now I'd got the next one size down, because with me getting old, my thumb ache when I'm guiding the line on. But anyhow, butt cap, reel. I've got mine on coasters because my hands are small. It does come with a reel seat, and I have seen also other people using this with a fixed bill reel, but it is meant for a multiplier. Then you've got this grip all the way to here. I've fished my reel low, and it's a Ron Thompson Accelerator Beachmaster 4 metre, length 13'6". I ain't got my glasses on, and it's 4 to 8 ounce. It's got this carbon fibre which you can see through the rod, and then it's whipped with red, which looks really nice. That's why I got the red reel. And then you come up, this is the where the rod joins. It's a 2-piece rod, and again here it's I don't know what guides they are, you can look that up, and it's just whipped with red, goes all the way. The eyes as you get up are smaller and closer together, which I believe is why it's rung for a multiplier. And at the top you've got the anti-tangle tip, where if the line goes around it's meant to spin off. I've put some fiberglass tape on, but I should be taking that off, and I shall just paint the top bit white. I've got a head torch, I should take this off. It's aluminous, it's ever good tape, but it's breaking up and brittle, so it looks tatty. So anyhow, that's it. The Ron Thompson accelerator. I bought that rod because I intend going fishing up on rocks. It's a rock rod, it's a heavy rod. If you want to know any more about it, I've actually shown the rod close up. If you want to see what the rod can actually do strength wise, then go on to Sandman's Tackle Time, because he picks an engine block up with it. But I think what you really need to know is that it's a stiff rod. If you can't bend it, as they say, you won't send it. So I've got to go on the field and learn to cast, because it's a lovely rod, really is a nice rod, and I want to use it. I did buy one and then bought two and realised, why have I bought two? Because if you go into a rock mark, you can't fish two rods, and it is a bit too much for the beach, but I'm going to use it on the beach. That's why I want to perfect or get better at this pendulum cast. But I think with a softer rod, when I learn to pendulum cast a bit better, I think with a slightly softer rod I'll probably send it further than that. But I bought the rod, I mistakenly bought a second one, but you just have to live with it, don't you? So I shall be practicing my pendulum cast, and I shall be fishing multipliers as well as fixed bills. So anyhow, that's enough about me. I've shown you the rod, so that's enough about the rod. That's another review, but that's included in this fishing video. But there, brilliant. Back in a bit. settle. If you don't let it settle, it goes, you just pull it out and it just whips round. I've worked out that if you let it settle, obviously it's got to sink to the bottom and settle, and then tighten it up and it's hold the bottom down. Hopefully. I don't know if I'm in the shot or whatever, but there. My cameras are only, let's just check. All my cameras are just what I've got at the minute. I've got the Canon video camera, which is over there, and I've got a little tiny £25 off Amazon GoPro type action camera we'll call it. That's all I've used up to now. The Canon, if it's on a beach with gravel, it gets a bit grainy. It struggles. But the £25 camera that I got from Amazon doesn't. It's okay. Obviously not as good as a GoPro or a Yi, but I'm keeping my eye out for a Yi because Tom, my editor, he recommends a Yi because he uses it for his paintball. But at the moment I can't find a Yi at the right price that I want to pay. So I've ordered another one of these cheaper action cameras, and I've got an 8-man. It's come today, so I shall end up having 2 of these action cameras, which has a better picture. I've got a light, which is a diving light, which the camera sits on top. So what I'm trying to say is that I'm upgrading my camera equipment slowly. So I've now got two better cameras that have a better picture quality. I've also bought 2 lights that the cameras sit on. I've had to put what do you call it? Something over the light to stop it from glaring because it's too bright. It would dazzle me and I wouldn't be able to see anything. A lens, let's call it a lens. It's not a lens. A bit of frosted glass perhaps. So anyhow, I've got 2 lights so that you aren't watching something in the dark. I've now got 2 better cameras, and as soon as I can find a Yi at the right price, then I shall buy that. So then I'll have a spare, and I'll still use the Canon, but I'll only use it for targeting in on something, you know, or whatever. Or if one of them I broke, I'll use that. But so all my equipment that I'm doing the filming on, which isn't brilliant, but it's all, I keep upgrading it bit for bit. I've got for when I get the Yi, I've got a little microphone so that it's clearer when it's windy. What had a bite then. But the other thing about it is just try and get something better each time, because Tom can edit the videos bloody brilliant. I've just got to give him better content. And if you think I moan quite a lot, I guess I do. I didn't realise I did. But even though I'm moaning, I'm happy. It's just the way I am. But I'm trying not to. I'm not going to be jolly. But I'm trying. I can't be all jolly and woo and all like this. But what I can be is not moan so much. Don't think I moaned as much in the last video. Don't think I have in this one, but if I have, I have. That's who I am. I ain't here trying to be someone I aren't. But I have noticed I moan a lot. I said to the wife, I said, do I moan as much as that? Because there's one video I ain't put up, because it wasn't just moaning, it was just a rant. But I was happy. And I said to the wife, do I moan a lot? And she's as much as I do in that video. She says, yeah, you moan all the time. Well, I didn't know that. And a couple of my friends have watched my video. I think they like it. But I said to them that I think I need to jolly up a bit, and they said, well, that's just you. That's exactly what you are, so it's what I am. Moan a lot. So I'm going to try and stop moaning as much. I'm sure I will have a rant occasionally, because if I've got something to say, it's got to be said. But I am trying to not moan too much, so it's not so depressing. So this is the light. I don't know what it's going to shine up like. It was really dazzling before I put that piece of it's packaging, just that foam stuff you get from a packaging box and you order something from Amazon. It's I can't look directly at it, so I'll probably be just, but yeah, that's alright, that is. So I've got a little tiny tripod here, and then there's the light. I'll show you. I've got the spare one. It's just a diver's light. Saw some chap using it. I thought, brilliant. It's just there. Hang on. That's all it is. And your camera fits on top. It's got high, low, and flashing. So, and like I say, I've just put some packaging. There, see, this stuff. Just that foam stuff. I've got 3 layers on it. It's that bright. I've got 3 layers of that on the thing. But this is what I'm trying to just do. Just little bits, just so that the picture might be better. I don't know till Tom has edited it, but this is what I'm trying to do. I had a comment off a video a bit back saying even though the picture quality wasn't brilliant, talking about the night time of it, I think the nighttime fishing part, they said they still enjoyed watching it, so I thought let's try and make things a little bit better. I've also got a light which I've left in my garage, which is a good place to leave it, which fits on here. It's chipped the paint on my stand, but it sits on there, and it's another light that fits on top of the camera just to shine up on me rods. One that I was hoping that it would shine the tips up, which it does a little bit, but it lights the rings up more than anything, the fishing rings. And but even that, when the camera's on the rod at night time, you'll still be able to see the rod a bit more clear. But I left it in my garage. I've got a blackboard. I painted a blackboard paint onto one of my cupboards in there that I keep all my screws and stuff in, and I've had to write everything on it that I need for fishing, because there's the water. Because I was coming down to the river in places, and I'd leave half my kit in the so I wrote everything down and on the board in chalk. So now I go every time I go fishing, I load the van up from the top of the board, from 1 to 11 or whatever it is, and that way I don't forget stuff. But just didn't put the light in the camera box, because I've got a, as you saw in the van, you must have saw the Guro orange box I bought for keeping some reels in, but now I keep me camera gear in. So it'll be interesting to see when Tom edits. The fact that's lit all the van up. Has it lit the van up? Yeah, it lights the van up inside the van. That must be quite good, that light then. It'll be good to see what Tom does. Well, I've got 2 pulley pennel rigs out with 3/0 mustad hooks on. I think I've got a 4/0 on the other, and I've got herring and razor clam on one, and I've got 2 black lugs on the other. On the rod tips, I'm doing that, not a lot. But it's been a glorious afternoon. I don't know what the time is now. It's not cold. It turned chilly, but obviously there's no sun now. It's 5 o'clock. So I've got 45 minutes until high tide. Don't know if you can see the water there, but it's in, so it'll just get a little bit higher. Like I said before, it's a 6.9 metre tide, 3/4 an hour longer till high tide, probably fish an hour and a half over. Every time I've come to the river, don't seem to catch until it goes to high tide and then slack water and then going down, and then suddenly the fish will come on. So that'll be the time that if I catch a fish, it'll be then. But like I say, it's been a glorious afternoon. When the sun's come out, it's been lovely and warm. It's a clear sky now. You've got the factory over there. It's a chemical factory. One of the products they make is something that goes into paint to make it pure brilliant white. Like I say, it's like, it makes sort of like pigment. See, the rod's clearer now with that light on. Now I've bought another clamp to fit around this rod, even though I've made one for that light to go on there. We'll see what it's like. So I'll bring you. I won't bring you back in a bit because I don't like saying that. That's fish hunters saying. So I'll say what we used to say in Norfolk, and that's just back in a bit. I don't know how well that's picking that up. Might help if I turn my torch on as well. Yeah, torch helps. That's what it's doing. Diddly squat. The next time I go fishing, I think I shall go up the Holderness coast. Might go to Hornsey or Wivensea. If I go to Hornsey, I ain't got to go through Hull, and I certainly ain't got to go to Hornsey and double back. So I think I shall fish next time off the beach. And I can use my 2 new rods, can't I? These reels here, you can't see them. Them spin fisher reels, bloody brilliant. Lovely and smooth. Cast well. There's not a lot of action though, is there? Got reels that cast well and no action. You know what it's like when you got no action. I've now had to put my coat on because it's just stood around. It's just turned chilly. I expect if I was doing something, I'd be taking my coat off. Now then, I don't know if I said before or whether it's from long distance, but I have bought the Shakespeare box. It's the new box. It's got 2 clips. 1 clip, 2 clips. Now, I ordered it with a box and the tray, and when it came with a box and a cushion. So I said to the people, I wanted the tray because, like, you can see what I've done with the tray. I shall show you closer in a minute. And they said, we'll send you a tray. I said, do you want me to send you the cushion back? And they said, no, keep it. So I gained a cushion. So now that's my bait box. I don't want to put new stuff in. The only things I've stuck on are the gorges. 2 reels. I've got room for a flask and some sandwiches. I've got my rig wallets in there. My weights go in a plastic box. Got 2 knives. Bait board for if I'm on the beach. And my tray. I cut some perspex and glued it in to create dividers, and everything goes in that. The tray goes in here, and then the cushion
sits on top of the tray. Put the tray in the middle. Cushion sits on the top of the tray, and the top of the box pushes on the cushion, which means all this might jiggle about, but it doesn't fall out of the tray, and it's brilliant. I then went and bought the breakaway backrest, fitted that, and I'm happy as Larry, because if I come to a shingle beach with my trolley, it'll be hard work. I use my trolley whenever I can, because if I ain't got to carry something, it's better for my back. And what I've done, what I've done is so if I've got a long, basically if I've got a long beach to walk down, because I'd like to go to Chesil. I know everyone goes there, but I'll probably just go there the once. But it's to book a holiday down there and stop in a cottage or something, it costs a lot of money, but I shall probably have to look into doing it at some point. But the basket, it's for if I can't use the trolley, it can go on my back and it'll be more comfy, and I'll be able to carry a flask and some sandwiches. The rods will be in me over my shoulder, in the quiver, and I'll have a bag to carry, I expect. So I just thought I'd buy it. It was after Christmas. I bought another rod. Bought it all from Pondistra, and they're down safe. Those are nice people. And they're the Shakespeare's rods, which I've talked about in another video. They had them on offer, and they've still got them on offer. You can buy that Beachcaster rod for £92. I got one at £92, and the other one was £80, because obviously it was 20% off the whole order. So I got 12 quid off the rod, and I got X amount of money off that. But I think that box cost me something like 33 quid, something like that. I couldn't go wrong. I had to buy it because I was saving so much money. So that's what I did. Happy days. There's nothing going on there. I don't know. I'm putting good bait on. Like I say, I've got herring, and I'm fishing herring, oily fish. Fishing herring and black lug, and herring and razor clam. And you'd think, must be putting a scent out there. I've got brand new hooks on. But nothing, look. Absolutely nothing. When I've got the other camera that I've just bought, I've got this packaging stuff over the light so it don't dazzle me too much. On the other camera, I'm just going to have the light as is, so it's going to be really bright. So I'll be able to I'll get another one of these tripods as well. It's just little things like this, I think, I'll just improve things, so that on the shot that I'm doing now on my rods, I'll have a brighter light that's more direct onto them. I know you can see them. I've actually got, look, my Makita work light up there, and it isn't on full, it's on half power, and that's just on top of me van tailgate. You can't do that on the beach though, so if I have another little tripod like this, so it can act as a selfie stick as well, and I'll have a brighter light on because it wouldn't have a cover over it. And then I'll just use each camera for one for filming me, and one for filming other things. And then with the wizardry of Tom, he'll put it all together and make it look reasonable. Well, he don't make it look reasonable, that's the first word that come in my head, Tom. Don't take offence to that, you'll make it look really good.
I think the rate we're going on, Tom, will might win an Oscar. That rod furthest away was the line had gone all slack. I've tightened it up, couldn't feel anything on it, and since I've had it tight, there's a slight bend in the rod. There's no movement on it, so I probably didn't tighten it up enough after it cast out. Anyhow, I'll be back in a bit for more enthralling viewing from the River Humber, Bay 27, on the quest to catch cod. Now, we'll not say quest, other people use quest. On the fishing trip to catch cod. They've actually been about. Chap down there who I was talking to said that down at the bay that I aren't in, Bay 19, they caught 3 cod out of there, good sizes that were able to be took them. So they're about, because I said to the chap, it's coming to the end, isn't it? But you say they're still about, so let's keep fishing away, see if we can get one of these cods. Thank you very much. See you in a bit. I had a bite on that. That was tapping away. It was biting at the top. The top is all been bitten and eaten, and the bottom's perfect. Where the top hook was. That top hook didn't catch it, did it? Well, I'm going to put that one out again, I think. I can't see the point of not putting it back out. It's only been out 4 minutes. That's a piece of herring. Just lobbing it out now. Let it settle. Once it's settled, I shall tighten the line up. I don't know what time it is. Let me turn that way, then I won't dazzle. 6 o'clock, so tide's changed now, it's now going out. I've noticed it's going out because these lines are going to the right. That was a definite tap on that. There was something tapping on that. A heron at the top where the pennel hook went in was chewed. The bottom was perfectly alright. So something was on that. Now perhaps the bait was too big. Perhaps it was just a dab or a flounder or something. But normally that doesn't stop them. They can normally jump on any hook. But if I'd struck it when it was bouncing, I still don't think I would have hooked it, because it's obviously biting at the fish, the bait. I got the camera set up and everything, and then reeled it in. Perhaps I should have just left it out and looked for a more type bite. Perhaps I should have let it develop, as they say. But there's fish out there. Fish out there. Probably should have changed that rig as well and put a fresh bait out, but actually that piece of heron ain't been out long. I rehooked the top with a pennel rig, with a pennel hook, sorry, and you've just seen I've just cast it out. But I'll be back in a bit, because nothing's happening at the minute. Yeah, anyhow, you don't look up my nose, do you? So anyhow, back in a bit. Run my nose down. Cut the elastic. That's straight off. Take the hook out. Some of that elastic off. Chuck it in. Just to assist me. Find the end of that elastic. Right. Elastic that up. Fold the lug up, so we fold that lug up there into enough, put it on there, elastic that on, just up once, down once. Take off the baiting needle.
I'll just go elastic off there. It'll go in there probably, into the where the elastic is. Put that down there. Get this panel hook. Go down. That's gone. It always goes the other way. A lot easier than down where you want it to go, doesn't it? Look. Jeez. It's been like that all night. But I'm not going to move. Wrap that round there and stab it in. Pull it tight. That's it. Not going to elastic it on. I think there's enough on it. Put it in the Gemini release. When you can get it in. I've got my glasses on. They're all steamed up because I'm breathing on them. And that's it. Now, needs to go in a bit better. That's better. Yeah, that's it. That's my next bait out. So, 8 ounce weight, Heron's black lug on a pulley panel. I don't know how much more fishing is going to be. The water's just starting to come down from the inlet bit, so it's going out fast. Any bait left? If there's any bait left, I'll just bring it, put it in the bait bag and bring it home. Use it again, I don't waste it. Take that light off there and put it there. Still get a bit of it. Oh, that's on full. Right. So I would say I've possibly got another hour, but if there's going to be any bites that are going to happen now, I normally catch when the tide's going down, but we'll just have to wait and see. There's still, yeah, coat on, fleece on and plenty of clothes on, but it's not cold because I'm dressed for it, but it's a nice night. It's calm, there's no wind. They did forecast it's going to be an F3, but it's not. There's no wind. Don't know whether the microphone's picking it up, but I hope it is. I might have 2 more casts, maybe 3. Rigs have I got on there? Yeah. What I should probably do is, as I pull these rigs in, is put these rigs away and just fish 2 rigs.
So when I pull a, if I decide I'm going to have any more casts after those two rigs that are baited, then I shall just bait it up there and then and cast out. And this is often what it's like here, for me anyhow. You're pleased when the whiting are about, so that you actually catch something, so you don't blank. But there are all these stories, don't you, of they're catching cod and they're catching this, that and the other, and then when you come down you just blank, don't you, or you don't see the fish. It's like the lottery. You got to have that. You got to have your hook out there to. You've got to be out there to be in it to win it. I've just reeled that in. Where's my gloves? I've just reeled that in. There's nothing happening. I was sat on my seat box and I was nodding off. Going to sleep. Put this one on. Heron and black lug. Problem with that is when I retrieve it, it comes at an angle to the bait, so that you're coming across more rocks, more seaweed, quite a way out, isn't it, to the right. Still, just leave it there. It's not a good cast. We might have to bring that in sooner and then check that one. Might go down to just fishing 2 rods, 1 rod. I don't know, but I think the bait to my left, they were reeling in and something flashed like a big white belly. So that was only 10 minutes ago. So you never know, there might be something about, or it might have just been his bait. He could have a huge, great big piece of bait on. But there's certainly nothing happening there. Oh, that went up. The line ain't gone slack, is it? No. Oh, wouldn't it be great if I had actually pull a cod in on the last cast? Or I can fish. I do catch fish. I ain't a duffer. Right, I've just reeled that last cast out, which went far to the right because I was a bit concerned about it, and it felt as though I had something on it. when I brought it in, there was nothing on, but the rig was twisted up like nothing I've seen. When you twist a piece of fishing line and it corkscrews up right tight, and it just gets twice the thickness, if you know what I mean. It was like that, and when I unravelled it, it just kept spinning and spinning and spinning really fast. So obviously that makes me wonder whether there was an eel on it. There wasn't an eel on it, but with the trace being so screwed up and twisted up, it just makes me think that there was an eel on it. The other thing is when I baited that up, I did think about my hook, and that I should use some bait elastic, and I didn't. And when I unravelled it and untwisted the line, the hook had turned around on the bait, so instead of being on the outside to hook a fish, it had literally gone round and gone in between the black lug and the herring. So the hook point weren't even there. So whatever was on it and spinning around on it trying to get it off, obviously got off, because I did look at it, and I looked at it twice and thought, should I put some bait elastic on it? And I thought, no, it's hooked and it's got a pennel. It didn't move because of the pennel, you know, the second hook. So what I was thinking about didn't go wrong, but I've now learnt from that hook needs to be in the bait quite firm. So I've chucked the same bait out again, and this time I've bait elastic the hook on more. So let's see. I've had one bait that's been chewed, viciously chewed. It must have been really hungry. But and this one, the rig was tight, so I'd say it could have been an eel. But there, let's see what I get. Don't know how much longer I've got to go. That's where we're at the minute. You can now just start seeing, can you see the seaweed there? It's now showing. So when that drops another 6 inch, 10 inch, that you'll see more weed further out, and that's when it can get hooked up and caught up and get snagged up. I've got one more bait. That's the 2 hooks that are out there baited. The next rod that I reel in, I shall put away, and I shall leave one rod out, and then I shall look at the tide height to see whether I'm actually going to put that other bait on. And I shall start packing away. It's been a nice night. I shall come back to you. I never really say see you later or whatever. I don't know if it matters. I might do it tonight. Oh, I've got to say hello to Bryony, because she asked me to. My #1 fan. So anyhow, hello Bryony. No, there's no knocks on them rods. I've been sat on my seat box looking at these rods, listening to the radio, nearly nodding off. I probably even missed the rod shaking when that, whatever happened to my last rig. Never mind. It's I mustn't forget my ladders. It's all dark down the roadway. I don't know if you can see anything. There's no moon. I don't think there's a moon. Let me turn my light on. Right, you can see the concrete. Just gonna go down to one rod now. Right, I've got to go over. Bloody snotty. New fish. As I reeled that in straight across the water, but before I could hook it up, it got hooked on the bottom of the incline. So I had to go down. Hook was caught in the bladderwrack. Now getting to that time in the tide where you can keep going, but you risk going up the wall all the time. And to be honest, it's nice and calm
but it's snotty. Look at it. This here. See this? Right fine stuff. It just knots together like felt or whatever, and it's terrible. And you get it into like this as well around your line. See that? All them little tiny fine hairs. If it's normal seaweed, it's alright, but this stuff. I was fishing on Great Yarmouth North Deans at Great Yarmouth in Norfolk, and this stuff, it stopped me fishing because it was terrible. So I thought I had something on that because I could see something white and it was going. But look at it. Done it again. Never mind. I've had something tackling me bait and hooks. It's just I haven't baited. Look at that, it's totally spinning around. Reminds me of a song, that. Right, that's one rod done. I might not even cast the other bait out. I might just call it a night. I don't mind jumping over the wall, but I'm 51. Gets a bit too much at my age. It'd be alright. I've got steps one side. I should have put me working platform this side, and then I would have just, it would have just been like set of steps either side. Then that's what I should have done. Got a load of seaweed round the knot, that's all. Where did I put them? Oh, balls. Right, come back in a bit. Well, that's me done. I've packed up, van's warming up, and I haven't caught a thing. I had another rig that was spun up exactly the same. That's two that's been spun up. I do need to make sure that my hooks are set in the bait better, so they're firmer in and not floating about. So I've learned today that you can't come fishing and guaranteed to catch a fish, but I have learned that I need to make sure that my baits are hooked more professionally, at least on a couple of them when I actually had a bite. Not all of them. It's just that I suppose you start getting a bit fed up that you ain't caught something and you just chuck the hook in, don't you, and you think that'll do, and it won't do. So thanks for watching. If you've got this far, I hope you have, even if you take 2 bites at it. Please subscribe. Thanks to my subscribers. Please keep subscribed and please keep watching.
You can watch it more than once. Just have another cup of tea and a few biscuits. Alright? Thanks a lot. See you later. Bye.